Hello guys, my name is JP. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today, I'm finally going to finish up something. I finally figured it out. It took so many tries, but I had a lot of downtime during those couple of weeks where I couldn't record. So I've figured it out. I've figured out how to go, I want to say it was like 15 to 1600 meters per second in a plane of its own power, not from outer space, not with uh, liquid-fueled rockets. An actual plane can go that fast. So I figured it out, and I'm going to go ahead and build it and show you and everything. Start with a regular Mark II cockpit, not a Mark I, because the pointy thing, you kind of need the front part. Because the trick to going that fast, it ends up, is going very high. I mean, if you're flying at about 15,000 meters up, there's no air. I mean, there's not much air. So pretty much what you'll need to do is put as much intake on it as you can without messing up the plan. Which is why I'm actually going to add these up in the front too. It probably doesn't need an SAS, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It will need a power generator though, so I'm going to have to put a couple of these little guys, RTGs. Let's see how I want to do this time. Because now that I know how it works, I can do it pretty easily. But I'm thinking I should use a regular jet engine to get it up there. And then the turbojets to get up to speed. Cause that's how I got it to work. Structural wing. 2 of them, please. Thank you. So I finally know what I'm doing. I managed to break the SR-71 speed record by far. Like, I think this thing goes to like Mach 7. Which is an impossibly fast speed. Turbojets. Put a regular one in the middle. It needs 2 of these. And this thing will actually fly pretty well too. That's not right. Like, as I recall, this thing, it flew pretty well. Like, not only could I get up to speed with it, I could bring it back down, I could land it, I could repeat it over and over again. Pretty much endlessly. A little derpy looking, but it should work. I'm finally taking advantage of the intersection of the parts, because this, in real life, you could not do this. If parts were hitting, it just wouldn't move, but Kerbal Space Program, it doesn't matter. So I'm taking advantage of that for this design. Let's put a landing gear on it, of course. One up in the front. A little too close to the front. Be sure to add control surfaces. Not the big one. That should do it. It doesn't really need this, I just like putting it here. Mostly to be able to keep it stable. Not so much as control, like with the winglets. The winglets is what I'll use for control. This is just for keeping it stable when it's up at speed. You have to structurally support this thing because it'll rip itself apart pretty much. So I can get in a better spot to do this. Alright, that should do it for there. That should be plenty. Let's... Mach X. Because I know this one's gonna work. We know it. We all know it's gonna work. You're with me, right? It's gonna work. It's gonna work. We got this. Alright, hit the brakes. I just want to check something real quick. Alright, still good. For a second I thought I might have cut the video. Not a problem with the new computer. Alright, we've got plenty of intake here. It's, was it 5 sources of intake? That's a lot. Cycle the brakes. We will stage them so that those two will be independent. Because we don't want them wasting fuel just on the way up there. Because the one jet engine should be enough to make this thing fly. At least we'll hope it's enough to make it fly. Oh, needs to be SAS. Up we go. And it's off. Alright, now it's just a waiting game. We get up to height and then we can have some fun. But we'll go with the full. I'll show you the whole video of it. No cuts. No cuts. Hit you with a sword. But in the meantime, we can talk about ideas here while we're getting up there. So far, at least in the new version, my plane ideas have all worked pretty much perfectly. Flying seems to be a lot easier in this new version. Point 2.1.1, I believe it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. But the way the flying works now is you can have the SAS on and still make adjustments to it without turning it off. Because before you would have to turn the SAS off, make your adjustments, and then turn it back on. Because otherwise the SAS would just bounce back and you'd get nowhere. So now it works more like the SAS that I had, the advanced SAS from the laser Fair Wayfinder laser system, that mod I was using that I don't remember the name of, where you could turn on its stabilization and still make adjustments to it. That's more what this is like. It's much easier to fly now. It used to be a real hassle to have to try to fly anything in Kerbal Space Program, but piece of cake now. I don't think there's any new parts in this version other than there's a new engine with a 600. It's a large engine, like the mainsail, but it has about half as much power. It's 650 thrust engine, so it's much more fuel efficient, but it's not. It's honestly not as good. I mean, because at the size you need to use those things at, it's usually not very helpful. It's probably helpful for when you're in space and you already have a small but large, using the large parts object. It's usually the best use for it. But yeah, the Kerbal Space Program is ramping up pretty nicely to try to get ready for a career mode in the game, which it still boggles me because just as it is, this is one of the best games in the world to me. Like, I can play this for hours on hours every day with no problem and never get bored of it. But for them to be adding a career mode still too, like, this game is nowhere near finished. This is still alpha. The thought that this game is only going to keep getting better, it's amazing. Like, if you're watching these videos and you don't have Kerbal Space Program, get it now, because you'll get to experience every amazing development for it as it comes out. Just like with Minecraft, how Minecraft keeps developing and supposedly keeps getting better. Don't get me started on that. It's kind of like that with Kerbal Space Program. Every version you'll get new parts, gameplay tweaks, new planets to explore, new moons, everything. The game really does just keep getting better. Alright, where are we up to? We're not going up as high as fast as I'd like, so we'll go ahead and fire up the turbojets. Get some real speed going. It's got plenty of fuel, so it's not like it's going to run out anytime soon. Of course, the turbojet engines are a little bit loud, but hopefully it's not too much of a problem. I think I have the reporting set up properly. Alright, see, we're already going about 300 meters per second. It's just going to keep ramping up as we get higher up, too. You'd think since it's climbing, eventually it'll be like, nope, I don't want to go any higher. But no, this thing will go to the edge of space. In fact, I think I actually built one that went to the edge of space. I had to put the turbojet engine in the middle, and I put liquid-fueled rockets on the sides, the same design. This one was turbojet, and these were the liquid fuel. And it went all the way up there. It went to space. And I had it flying around right at the edge of space, and I brought it back down and landed. And it worked great. One of the planes I built so well. Yeah, we got one on. One, this guy's gone. This little probe here. One of the things I've built so well, it went so fast, that it crossed all the way over to this other continent that you can't see because it's in the dark in a matter of minutes. See, like, we're already up to about 450 meters per second. The text is a little small for me at this range. Got an email from my brother. It's rare. Right, the regular jet engine is probably dying out. Yeah, go ahead and shut that down. That's just wasting fuel. Alright, this is about the right height for this. No, 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 I lost control. God damn it. Luckily for me, it's very hard to lose control of these planes now. The engines are freaking out on me. Nope, we're gonna die. Recover, recover. If I can just level it out, I can still save this mission. Come on. Come on. Nope, stop. 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 This thing's gone full retard. Oh, we're tumbling. This is not going to end well. Stop! Stop tumbling! I'm try giving it some thrust. Forward momentum will help it. Right now it is just tumbling, but turning up the engines might help a little. Doesn't look like it's helping much. Oh, we're gonna die. Yeah, this thing's diving fast. Oh, he's dead. Oh, now it wants to fix itself. Nope, 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 nope. No! No! We've lost a brave Kerbal. What was his name for the record book? He must be known, lest he be forgotten. Where was his name? Poor little guy. I don't see it. It's here somewhere. I can't read that. Kelfel Kerman. He died bravely in the line of duty. He will be missed and remembered. We salute you, good sir. That'll do it for this episode. Still, I've failed massively at making a plane that can go faster than the SR-71. I don't know why. It works perfectly when I don't do it on screen. Anyways, thank you for watching. My name is JP, and I will see you next time with more Kerbal Space Program.